Hello, everyone. Imagine for a moment that you have a magic genie that can grant you any wish. You could ask for money, fame, or power, but you'd have to be careful because whatever you chose would be taken away just as quickly as it was given. What would you do? Would you even make a wish? This is the choice that faces many people in real life. They have the opportunity to become incredibly wealthy, but they have no idea how to keep it. Warren Buffett has been one of the wealthiest people in the world for decades. He's made more than $1 million per day for over 20 years, which means he has a lot of experience when it comes to handling money. That's why we decided to dedicate this video to the 7 things you should avoid if you want to be rich like Warren Buffett. Make sure you watch until the end, because we saved the most important points for last. Number 1. Giving up on your dreams. We all dream of becoming rich and successful, but sometimes we get so caught up in the journey that we forget to enjoy the ride. Warren Buffett knows what it's like to achieve financial success, and he encourages us all to follow our dreams no matter how difficult they may seem. In an interview with CNBC, Buffett said, "If you don't find a way to keep your dream alive, someone else will hire you to help them pursue theirs." These words are a reminder that it's important to stay focused on our goals and not let anything stand in our way. But it also means that we should never give up on our dreams, no matter how hard things get. Remember that every great success story started out as a dream. And if you really want to achieve something big, then you need to believe in yourself and never, ever quit. Number 2. Taking care of yourself. When you're running a marathon, the last thing you want to do is take your foot off the gas. Even if you're exhausted and in pain, you have to keep going if you want to win. And that's the same thing when it comes to taking care of yourself. If you want to be successful, you can't afford to slack off. You have to be willing to push yourself every day, even when you don't feel like it. It might not seem fair, but that's just the way it is. Success requires sacrifice. If you want to be successful, you have to be willing to make sacrifices today in order to reap the rewards tomorrow. It won't be easy, but if you're willing to put in the work, there's no reason you can't achieve your dreams. Number 3. Setting short-term goals. The key to long-term success is setting short-term goals. You need to have a plan and be willing to stick to it no matter what obstacles come your way. Of course, this isn't always easy, but it's definitely possible if you make the right preparations in advance. So before you start working towards a long-term goal, take some time to set some short-term goals that will help you achieve it. For example, if your long-term goal is to lose weight, then set a short-term goal of exercising 3 times a week. Or if your long-term goal is to save money, then set a short-term goal of cutting back on unnecessary spending. Once you've set your short-term goals, it's time to make a plan and stick to it. This doesn't mean that you can never deviate from your plan, but it does mean that you should try your best to stick to it as much as possible. There will be times when life gets in the way and you have to adjust your plan accordingly. But as long as you have a plan in place, you'll be able to bounce back quickly and get on track towards achieving your long-term goals. Number 4. Ignoring market fluctuations. One of the most important things to remember when investing is that markets go up and down all the time. There will be periods of growth followed by periods of decline, and it's important not to let those ups and downs affect your decision-making. Warren Buffett is a perfect example of this. He didn't panic and sell his investments when the market crashed in 2008, and he ended up making billions of dollars as a result. Of course, it's easier said than done. It's natural to feel fear and uncertainty when the market is constantly fluctuating, but it's important to remember that these emotions can lead to bad decisions. If you panic and sell your investments when the market is down, you'll only lock in your losses and make things worse. Instead, take a deep breath and remind yourself that market fluctuations are normal. Don't make any rash decisions that you'll later regret. Number 5. Letting your emotions get the better of you. When it comes to investing, Warren Buffett is known for his ability to remain calm and rational, even in the face of market volatility. He understands that panicking and making impulsive decisions based on fear or greed can lead to disastrous results. That's why he advises investors to focus on the long term and to let their actions be guided by logic rather than emotion. Of course, this is easier said than done. It's human nature to react emotionally to financial news and market movements. But if you want to be successful in the long run, it's important to resist the urge to act on impulse. Stay calm and level-headed and make rational decisions based on your financial goals and risk tolerance. Number 6. Falling for get-rich-quick schemes. When it comes to making money, there are two main, the hard way and the easy way. The hard way is the path that most people choose. They work hard, save money and invest it wisely over time. The easy way is the path less traveled, but it's fraught with danger. Many people fall victim to get-rich-quick schemes only to lose everything. Warren Buffett has said that the first rule of money is to keep more than you make. In other words, don't try to get rich too quickly. If you want to be successful, you have to be patient and willing to wait for the right opportunities. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that there's such a thing as a free lunch. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Number 7. Failing to plan. Most people fail to plan, and as a result, they fail to succeed. They don't take the time to figure out what they want out of life and then make a plan to achieve it. They just kind of drift through life hoping that everything will work out. But life doesn't work that way. If you want to be successful, you have to have a plan and you have to stick to it. Warren Buffett is a firm believer in the power of planning. He says that if you don't find a way to keep your dream alive, someone else will hire you to help them pursue theirs. In other words, if you don't have a plan for your life, then someone else will hire you to help them achieve their goals. So take some time to figure out what you want out of life and then make a plan to achieve it. Set short-term and long-term goals and then work hard to achieve them. Don't just drift through life hoping that everything will work out. Take control of your future and make it happen. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. We appreciate your feedback and support and hope to see you in the next video. See you soon.